Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to thank all of you for joining us as we announce the expansion of services at Cook County Health to include urgent care in Arlington Heights. First, I want to thank Congressman Krishnamoorthi for being here and for his work to secure federal funding for Cook County Health. I'd also like to recognize Commissioner Scott Britton, in whose district the clinic is located, Commissioner Maggie Trevor, David Evers, representing Commissioner Deere, who is chair of our Health Committee, Arlington Heights Mayor Tom Hayes, Israel Rocha, CEO of Cook County Health. Thank you all for being here. Cook County Health knows what it means to be ready for an emergency. Whether it's our trauma department, one of the oldest and busiest in the country, or our response to the COVID-19 pandemic, in which CCH distributed more than 1 million doses of the vaccine. Cook County Health responds with care and compassion when our residents are in need. A critical piece of healthcare services that I want to talk about today is urgent care. We know urgent care services are needed in Cook County. Everyone knows what it's like when you aren't feeling well or when your child can't sleep because of an earache. You don't want to wait in an emergency room, but you also don't want to wait until the morning to feel better. Now, thanks to the federal funding secured by Congressman Krishnamoorthi, our northwest suburbs will have an urgent care center to serve our residents. These new services will help alleviate the burden on emergency rooms in the area, and they will provide relief and care to thousands of individuals in suburban Cook County. Cook County Health was founded on the mission that everyone deserves care, regardless of ability to pay. The Arlington Heights Center cares for a large percentage of uninsured individuals. Almost 60% of the patient population are uninsured. For those patients, when they face a health concern after hours, they're forced to choose between driving long hours to the county's hospitals, waiting for care, or risking high costs at another hospital. Arlington Heights Health Center Urgent Care Access Program will provide care regardless of insurance status or ability to pay, because no one should have to choose between being ill and in pain or having to worry about a bill down the road. I'm grateful to the Cook County Health team for their work on this project and their dedication to our mission. Finally, again, I want to express my appreciation to Congressman Krishnamoorthi for securing federal funding for this program. Congressman.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, as some of you know, my wife's an anesthesiologist, and the joke is that we both put people to sleep. So just, I advise you that of that right now. I want to, first of all, thank President Tony Preckwinkle. I would like to thank Commissioner Deere and his representative today, Mr. Evers, Commissioner Britton, Commissioner Maggie Trevor, Israel Rocha, and of course, Mayor Hayes of the village of Arlington Heights. Look, I think that Cook County Health does the Lord's work, and I've mentioned this to President Preckwinkle before. It provides high-quality care. It provides care to everyone, regardless of ability to pay. And it locates its facilities in different parts of Cook County to make those services more accessible to everyone in Cook County. But one particular challenge that I've learned from talking to folks is that when people feel sick, but they don't know where to turn, they often go to the emergency room first, even when sometimes it doesn't necessarily qualify as an emergency. And that has two impacts. One, it clogs up the emergency room and delays care for those emergencies that require urgent care. And then two, it drives up the cost of that care. An average ER visit costs about $400 according to a recent study, whereas an average visit to an urgent care facility where you would meet with primary care physicians would cost about $200. So in light of that, Cook County Health did the most sensible thing, which is create an urgent care facility with primary care physicians in my district, in Arlington Heights. And so when we started the community project funding process in Washington, D.C., a bipartisan appropriations process, and Cook County Health applied for funding for this urgent care facility, we jumped at the chance to provide funding. And so I'm so pleased that today I'm able to bring this big fake check to present to President Preckwinkle. The real check is in the mail. and be able to fund a variety of equipment and other items that this facility is going to use, including an urgent care mobile unit, a mobile x-ray, ultrasound machine, cardiac monitors, lights, a central monitor at nurses station, an EKG machine, and other supplies. And so this $1 million is going to be the difference between a family maybe driving hours, as President Preckwinkle mentioned, to Cook County Health downtown and clogging up an ER room where other people may need the care sooner than they do, versus going to Arlington Heights Urgent Care Facility and receiving prompt care and timely care for their needs. And so with that, I just want to say thank you again to Cook County Health for everything that you do every day to help our community. I am so honored to play a modest role in helping to fund this Arlington Heights Urgent Care Facility. And with that, now let me introduce Commissioner Britton of the 14th District.
Thanks, everybody. I am literally thrilled to be standing here to celebrate the $1 million federal grant that will be coming to the Arlington Heights Health Center to expand access to urgent care in the north and northwest suburbs. The Arlington Heights Health Center is a beacon of hope and health for its surrounding community, providing residents with critical health care regardless of the ability to pay. One of the first things I did when I was newly elected as a 14th District Commissioner was attend the grand opening of the Arlington Heights Health Center in 2019. Since then, I've been there many times as we have expanded the ability of that facility to respond to multiple medical issues in our community. I also am very proud that of all the clinics in Cook County, the most number of COVID vaccines distributed was at the Arlington Heights Health Center, including for me and my family. And so it works extremely well, but it only works when we can fully fund all of the great things that it does. And the Congressman has been instrumental in now giving us this opportunity. I've witnessed firsthand that this facility is essential to the health of our county, particularly for those who cannot pay or are uninsured. As many people know, I went through a health issue myself at the end of 2021 where I was diagnosed with throat cancer, and I got the best care you could possibly receive from North Shore Health System. I also know that my outcome, that I'm standing here before you today, is substantially because of my zip code. That is something that I think the President and I have committed ourselves to alleviating, so that no matter where you live in Cook County, you will be able to receive the care that you need and that your family requires. You know, allowing patients to receive urgent care at the same location where they already receive their primary care in Arlington Heights really does help the health outcomes for so many of our uninsured Asian and Latinx population. The urgent care system, which now is going to benefit from this community project funding grant, will be particularly beneficial to Cook County County Care Medicaid members who no longer have to receive urgent care and out-of-network providers. This will ensure equitable and better access to high-quality health care for all in the north and northwest suburbs. The Arlington Heights Health Center provides quality care close to home, regardless of the ability to pay, because of the work that is done by our congressman in supporting us, by the work of the Cook County Health System and the President's leadership. We will continue to be on the cutting edge of providing health care for all those who need it in the north and northwest suburbs. And I do want to recognize my colleague, Commissioner Morrison, who is also very close to this area as well. And I will now pass it off to, and one thing that I've picked up on now that I've been around for a while is that our partnerships with local government are absolutely essential. I come from local government myself before I was elected as a Cook County Commissioner. One of the best partners I have is our next speaker, Mayor Tom Hayes of Arlington Heights.
Thanks, Scott. Well, thank you, Scott, and thank you to Congressman Krishnamoorthi and President Preckwinkle for the invitation to join them and the other commissioners here for this very special presentation here this morning. We have a very healthy community in Arlington Heights, as reflected by the number of 100th birthday parties that I attend at our senior living facilities in Arlington Heights. And so I've probably been to 50 or 60 100th birthday parties over the 10 years or so that I've been mayor, including a 105th birthday party of a very very still with it lady who was able to talk and communicate with me, and so I'm just very proud of the healthcare network within the village of Arlington Heights. I always say that the quality of life in Arlington Heights is second to none. Apologies to other communities that are represented here today, but a big part of that is the healthcare network that we have in Arlington Heights. We've got a community hospital, Northwest Community Hospital. As I said, we've got 2 senior living facilities. We've got memory care facilities. We've got many, many different things, and I was so happy that the Cook County Health Center was added to our network of healthcare providers back in 2019 because of the access to care that it provides to many, many people in need, including members of my own family. And so I'm so grateful to Congressman Krishnamoorthi for securing these funds. Thank you, sir. And we very much appreciate all the work that the county has done within the village of Arlington Heights and our surrounding communities. So again, thank you to all who contributed to securing these funds for our residents and for those very much in need of these services. So with that, I know we want to get to the presentation of this check, and so I'm going to turn it over to, I believe, our last speaker, Cook County Health CEO Israel Rocha.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you. I'd like to start by thanking Congressman Krishnamoorthi for funding, for working with us and for securing funding that will enable Cook County Health to expand our services in Arlington Heights. I'd also want to thank President Preckwinkle, the Board of Commissioners, and our Board of Directors for their continued support in helping us to create amazing projects like we're here to discuss today. Cook County Health is proud of our expansive network, which includes 2 hospitals and more than a dozen health centers. We know that healthcare needs don't always happen when we want them to. They don't always happen at the right time, and sometimes they happen in the middle of the night, outside of business hours, and that's where urgent care comes in. It's an ability for individuals to be able to access the right care at the right time in the right location, to avoid having to travel to an emergency room when they just need an answer. And how we're able to do that is by expanding our services to include urgent care operations at our Cook County Arlington Heights location. Cook County Health will be using the funding secured by Congressman Krishnamoorthi to purchase a CT scanner and a mobile ultrasound machine, plus other necessary equipment in order to start urgent care services at our location. We know that facilities should be used round the clock to help patients round the clock. And that's really what we're doing, is we're expanding more hours at our locations. We're taking our primary care and specialty care center and expanding it to also have after-hours availability for urgent care services. Rather than having patients have to wait for a diagnosis at a local hospital, patients can use these technologies at the Arlington's Urgent Care Center and get the care they need faster. These systems are designed based on the latest digital technology and will ensure that professionals can easily integrate the scan over the internet for dissemination to other specialists within the CCH system to ensure that individuals not only have access to the doctor before them, but access to the entire Cook County Health Network and our specialists. The process speeds up final treatment timelines and ensures that patients are not experiencing prolonged periods of pain before their diagnosis can be achieved and treated. I'm thrilled that we're going to be able to offer these services and to the communities that we serve in and around the Arlington Heights area, and we look forward to continue to explore ways on how we can improve access to individuals. We are committed to ensuring that we have the right care at the right time in the right place, and projects like this make that happen. I'd now like to say a few remarks in Spanish. Buenos días, me gustaría agradecer al congresista Krishnamoorthi por su trabajo para asegurar fondos que permiten a Cook County Health ampliar sus servicios en Arlington Heights. Cook County Health ha estado utilizando los fondos obtenidos del congresista Krishnamoorthi para comprar una escáner de tomografía computarizada y una máquina de ultrasonido móvil. Le agradecemos al congresista Krishnamoorthi por su apoyo para poder ampliar los servicios en la comunidad de Arlington Heights. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you, Congressman Krishnamoorthi, and we look forward to bringing these services to Arlington Heights.
Before we take the obligatory pictures, are there any questions?